I start medical school in just over a week. So while I have the free time, I want to make sure that I record and kind of get myself into the mindset for school to start and what I'm about to expect. So right now I want to record a video for my future self, so I'll always have the opportunity to look back on how I was feeling and what I'm looking forward to doing. So dear future Jason, today I'm 24 years old and I will be starting 17th grade of school. My favorite activity in school is recess. I don't like eating vegetables, but I can eat dessert every single day of the week. I hope that in the next year I learn to... Guys, I'm just kidding. I have some serious questions that I want to ask myself that I'll be able to look back on after the year. So sit back and relax as we embark on the journey of MD in the making. What better way to answer some amazing questions than to take the adventure and show you guys the beautiful city that I'll be living in on my amazing bike. So let's get right in.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime. Serves you some remind to count your blessings, 'cause it's telling fair. Put you down and leave you dead, don't make them scared. Yeah, it's the ugly truth. How they coming for you. Yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stare? And baby, you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living in make-believe, hoping your wishes get granted. I know you never given up and left.
Question number one, what does my study routine look like? If you guys didn't notice, got the White House behind me, tour number one, stop number one of the DC trip. But what does my routine look like? I've always been a very much planned and organized person, but once I get into school, what is that gonna be, you know? What am I studying? How am I gonna be studying? There's so many different third-party resources. GW is very cool because it's very much lecture specific. So do I even use a third party? How much of it do I use? And then it's even like little things like, what do I do every morning? Usually it's like coffee and stretch and kind of get myself in the right mindset. And then what do I do in the evening? How do I wind myself down before school actually begins? So we're just gonna keep seeing, you know, what does this first year actually entail and how do I keep moving on through it as time will, I guess, just show. So let's jump over to stop number 2 and keep the party going.
To the beach, wait, I met this girl when I was 12 years old. Give her everything, just shot of the world. Could get a grip every time I tried to hold on, I slip deep in this feeling that gravity pulls me down. I know I'm tripping, I'm falling in love with her drum breaks. She keep me safe from the gunplay when I'm hungry. She feed my soul when I'm lonely. She keep me company, it's funny. I used to wanna grow older, travel with sight in these rhymes, so they realize that she got me out of my mind. I'm trying to kick these nerves to grab hold to the microphone. Got them nodding along. Maybe she'll save the world for me. Maybe she'll right my wrongs if I'm coming on too strong. Oh well, only way to tell is by saying this how I feel, and that's real.
We're at stop number 2 of the day at the Washington Monument. Another great tourist attraction, but the real question is, what do I find is my passion and joys outside of actually studying? You know, I can't study 24/7, and I have to find ways to kind of like relieve that energy, relieve that stress. And so what do? I know the big thing here in DC is to play squash or racquetball. That's also a big fun. But what about intramurals? Do I get back into playing soccer, or do I find other passions, whether they be through clubs or some sort of community service? So I just have to keep searching and seeing kind of like Where do I find the time? Where do I make the time? That's more of an important question. Where do I make the time to do things outside of studying? So let's continue on of our journey and asking more questions for future Jason. That way. Stop number 3 at one of my most favorite places in DC, a Lincoln Memorial back there. And now, more importantly, the real question here is support system. You know, medical school is gonna be very tough, very demanding, a lot of things that are gonna be asked of me to do. But who can I count on during my time? Who is gonna be able to be that support system, to help me get through it all? And how do I work on my connections to make sure that life doesn't stop while I'm in medical school and I keep up with all those relationships? So it's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a big test to see of my character and to see who I'm able to keep up with and who I can stay in their lives and they can stay in mine. But let's hop over to stop number 4, the final stop of this tour of DC, and important questions for future Jason. We're now at the last and probably the coolest place on my adventure tour guide of today, the medical school here. So one of the great parts about GW's medical school is that you have the med school right behind me, and then across the way back over there is the hospital. So it'll be a lot of back and forth here, at least for the first 18 months with didactics and whatnot, and then I'll see from there. But I really wanted to look into and kind of ask myself, what happens with YouTube while I'm in medical school? Medical school is going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to do, and am I able to handle both YouTube and med school? I really hope that I can. I hope that, maybe in the future I'll hit that 1,000 subscriber threshold and be able to really make a difference and really help spread a positive message and share all of my insight along the way. And what I really hope comes from this YouTube is the idea and the possibility to collaborate with others and kind of show the different sides of medicine and see it from everyone else's own perspective of it. So we'll see what happens with that. But that'll be questions that future Jason has to answer. Maybe in a year, maybe 2 years, we'll see kind of where I am in the process before I can actually answer all of these questions. If you guys know what to do, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys like these kinds of videos and kind of what else you want to see coming from me as school begins in just over 1 week. But I'll catch you guys in the next one as we embark on the journey of MD in the making. Peace.